Hello, my loves, and welcome to this gentle yin yoga practice. My name is Frederikke, and I'm so grateful you're here. This session is all about embracing winter quietude, a time to slow down, tune inward, and nourish your body and mind. So when you're ready, find a cozy, peaceful spot, and feel free to use any props you have nearby, a bolster, some blocks, or even a few folded blankets. These can be wonderful tools to support you during this practice. We'll begin in supine butterfly pose, so come to lie on your back. Bring the soles of your feet together, letting your knees fall open wide. If your hips feel tight, you can place blocks or cushions under your thighs for support. For extra comfort, you might slide a bolster under your spine to create a gentle heart-opening stretch. And just rest your hands wherever feels natural, perhaps on your belly, your chest, or alongside you with the palms facing up. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable and allow your breath to settle into its natural rhythm. In this practice, we'll explore the concept of quietude through the lens of yin yoga. Yin is different from other forms of yoga in that we hold poses for a longer duration to allow our bodies to soften, release, and create space. Yin targets the deep connective tissues, encouraging the body to surrender and the mind to quiet. It is in these longer holds that we can truly begin to sense the subtle shifts within us. Yin yoga is such a wonderful reflection of the season we are in right now, winter. It's a time when nature calls for rest and reflection, a time when things slow down and the outer world becomes quieter. It's a time to honor the deep stillness that winter offers. The cold and the stillness of winter invite us to go inward, to embrace moments of solitude and to be in harmony with the slower rhythms of life. This quietude invites us to step away from the external noise of our lives and come closer to our own center. As you breathe in this quiet space, allow the pace of your breath to reflect the stillness around you. Every inhale is an invitation to nourish your body, and every exhale is an opportunity to release tension and let go of distractions. Remember, in yin yoga, the goal is not to stretch beyond your limits, but to find a place of ease within the pose. If you feel any discomfort, adjust the props or shift the position of your body to make yourself more comfortable. There's no rush here. We are simply here to be present and listen deeply to our bodies. When you're ready, begin to gently bring your knees together, using your hands to guide them if that feels supportive. Press your hands into the mat to support you as you rise up to a comfortable kneeling position. If kneeling feels uncomfortable for your knees, you can place a blanket underneath your shins. Remove your bolster if you used any and just come to sit tall, lengthening through your spine. Let your shoulders relax down and away from your ears, creating space in the upper body. And before moving on to our next asana, let's take a moment to gently release any tension in the neck. So with your next exhale, drop your right ear toward your right shoulder, feeling a stretch along the left side of your neck. If you'd like, you can gently rest your right hand on the side of your head to deepen the stretch, being careful not to pull or force. Take 3 to 4 slow, deep breaths here, allowing the sensation to soften. To release, lift your head back to center and take a moment to notice the difference between the two sides. And now drop your left ear toward your left shoulder, feeling the stretch along the right side of your neck. Again, you can rest your left hand gently on your head for a deeper sensation if it feels good. Breathe deeply here, letting the tension melt away with each exhale. Bring your head back to center and then gently drop your chin toward your chest. Feel the stretch in the back of your neck. To deepen the sensation, interlace your fingers and place your hands gently at the base of your skull, allowing the weight of your hands to increase the stretch lightly. And again, take 3 to 4 breaths here, softening through the shoulders and allowing your upper back to relax. Release your hands if they are behind your neck and slowly lift your chin. And now tilt your head back slightly to look toward the ceiling. Open through the throat and upper chest. Take care not to compress the back of your neck. Keep the movement gentle and intentional. Breathe here for a few moments. With your next inhale, lift your head back to a neutral position and just pause here to notice how your neck and shoulders feel. Now gently shift onto all fours, coming into a tabletop position with your wrists stacked under your shoulders and knees under your hips. Take a moment here to spread your fingers wide and feel the grounding of your palms and shins against the mat. We'll move into melting heart pose from here, so begin to walk your hands forward, lowering your chest toward the mat while keeping your hips lifted directly above your knees. Your arms stretch long in front of you and your forehead can rest gently on the mat. If this feels too intense on your shoulders or lower back, you can place a bolster or folded blanket under your chest for support. This will reduce the depth of the stretch and make it more accessible. If you want a deeper sensation, you might place your chin on the mat instead of your forehead, creating a slight arch in your upper back. But be mindful of your neck here and only take this variation if it feels comfortable. To add an extra stretch through the shoulders, you can rest your hands on your bolster or your blocks at the lowest or middle height, which elevates the arms slightly and deepens the sensation in the shoulders and chest. Once you are settled, close your eyes if it feels comfortable and deepen your breath. Imagine your heart melting toward the earth with each exhale, creating space in the upper body and a sense of release across the chest and shoulders. As you hold this pose, feel the energy of surrender, allowing gravity to do the work for you. This pose is an invitation to let go of effort and simply be present in the stillness. This is a time of restoration, a pause from the hustle and busyness of life. Just as the earth rests to prepare for new growth, we too rest to restore our energy, to prepare ourselves for what lies ahead. Winter is often seen as a time of dormancy, but beneath the surface, profound transformation is taking place. The trees stand bare, their branches reaching toward the sky, yet their roots grow deep into the soil, drawing nourishment from the earth. Similarly, in this pose, you are invited to let go of the outer layers of effort and connect to the quiet strength within. Notice how your breath mirrors the rhythm of the season. Like the stillness of a snowy landscape, your inhale invites nourishment, while your exhale allows for release and surrender. With each breath out, imagine letting go of anything that feels heavy or burdensome. It could be tension in the body, worries in the mind, or distractions pulling you away from this moment. Winter also teaches us patience. Just as nature takes its time to rest and prepare for the renewal of spring, this pose invites you to hold space for yourself. Allow this time of stillness to be one of restoration, trusting that the seeds of growth are quietly taking root within you. As you rest here, feel the grounding support of the earth beneath you. Let it remind you that even in stillness, you are held, nurtured, and connected. Take another deep breath in, filling your body with the cool, calming energy of winter. And a long, slow exhale, softening further into the pose. We'll stay here for one more minute. Amazing, everyone. From here we'll find Sphinx pose, so slowly and mindfully bring your torso forward as you gently lower yourself all the way down onto your belly, extending your legs straight behind you. Let the tops of your feet rest against the mat and take a moment to adjust so that your pelvis feels grounded and supported. And now bring your forearms to the mat with your elbows directly under your shoulders. Your forearms should be parallel and your palms can press gently into the mat to rest softly. If this feels too intense on your lower back, you can slide a bolster or fold a blanket under your rib cage or forearms. This will elevate your chest slightly and reduce the depth of the back bend. Once you have found a comfortable position, let your shoulders melt down and away from your ears. And keep your gaze soft, either looking forward or slightly down, allowing your neck to stay long and relaxed. In Sphinx pose, notice the subtleties of your breath. Feel the soft rise and fall of your chest, the expansion through your ribs, and the grounding connection of your lower body to the earth. This quiet presence mirrors the energy of winter, a time for listening, for nurturing the inner self, and for honoring the need for rest. Winter also reminds us of the beauty of simplicity. Just as the bare branches of trees reveal their intricate structure, this pose invites us to strip away distractions and connect to our essence. What feels essential to you in this moment? What can you let go of to create space for clarity and renewal? We'll stay here for 2 more minutes, and I'll call you out when it's time. When you're ready to come out, gently lower your chest to the mat, sliding your arms out to the sides or stacking your hands under your forehead. Take a moment here to rest and notice how your body feels after this gentle back bend. From your belly, press your palms into the mat and gently push you back into a tabletop position. Take your time here, ensuring your movements are slow and intentional. We will come into a wide leg child's pose now, so you have the option here to place a bolster or stack of cushions under your chest and arms, giving your body something to rest on as you fold forward. This makes the pose more restorative and allows you to soften more deeply. If you don't have a bolster, no worries, you can just take a normal child's pose. But either way, begin to bring your big toes together and widen your knees toward the edges of your mat, creating space for your torso to fold forward between your thighs. You can keep your arms extended forward, or for a gentler option, bring your arms back alongside your body with your palms facing up. And if you're using a bolster underneath your torso, allow one cheek to rest on it. And once you are settled into your version of child's pose, close your eyes if that feels comfortable and begin to tune into your breath. In this pose, we bow toward the earth, much like nature bows to the stillness of winter. This is a posture of humility and trust, a time to honor the cycles of life and the wisdom they bring. Winter teaches us that everything in life has its season. Just as the earth cycles through periods of growth, abundance, rest, and renewal, we too are part of this natural rhythm. In this time of quietude, you are invited to pause and trust in the process of regeneration. Think of how the fields lay fallow in winter, gathering strength for the vibrant growth of spring. This pose mirrors the same energy, a time of introspection and preparation. As you breathe here, imagine your breath as a gentle snowfall, blanketing the earth, protecting the seeds of your future growth. In this stillness, ask yourself, what seeds are you planting for the seasons to come? What dreams, intentions, or ideas are resting quietly within you, waiting for the right time to emerge? Trust that the time for action will come, but for now, let yourself be here in this restful pause. With each inhale, draw in the nourishment and stillness of winter, and with each exhale, surrender to the moment, allowing yourself to simply be. This is your time to rest, recharge, and prepare for all that lies ahead. You can turn your head so the other cheek rests on the bolster if you took this variation. 3 more minutes here. Allow yourself to rest deeply, and I'll cue you out when the time is right. Good. If you are ready to come out, begin to walk your hands back toward your body. Slowly lifting your torso upright and take a moment to pause, sitting back on your heels. Take your time as you get there. We will find frog pose now, so slowly begin to widen your knees, bring your feet in line with or slightly wider than your knees. The soles of your feet should be pointing back. And now lower your forearms to the mat, coming into a forearm plank position, or you can rest your hands on blocks under your forearms if you'd like more height and support. You might want to place a blanket under your knees here for cushioning. And if this pose feels intense on your hips or knees, place a folded blanket or bolster under your hips or chest to provide more support. You can also reduce the depth of the stretch by keeping your knees closer together or play around with the position of your pelvis, rocking back and forth to find a stretch that feels good in your body. But once you've found your version of frog pose, gently press your hips back toward your heels to maintain length through your spine and relax your neck and face. Take a deep breath in here and a full breath out. In many traditions, frogs are considered symbols of transformation and renewal, much like winter itself. In nature, the frog spends its early life in the water as a tadpole, going through an incredible metamorphosis to become the frog we recognize. This cycle mirrors the process of deep inner change and growth that occurs during winter time. A time when things are not visible on the surface, but profound shifts are taking place beneath. Winter, like the frog's time in hibernation, is a period of rest, introspection, and transformation. Just as the frog is patiently waiting for the right moment to emerge, so too can we use this time of stillness to reflect on the growth that is happening beneath the surface of our lives. In this pose, we too are resting and creating space for new possibilities to take root. The deep stretch in the hips represents the opening of new pathways, while the stillness of winter symbolizes the space for transformation to quietly unfold. Frogs also have an association with fertility and rebirth. As they leap from one stage of life to the next, they remind us that transformation is not linear, but cyclical. Just as frogs emerge from the earth in the spring, so too do we emerge from the stillness of winter with renewed vitality. As you hold this pose, reflect on any areas of your life where transformation or renewal might be quietly taking place. Even if the changes aren't visible yet, trust that just like the frog, your inner work is happening. With each breath, imagine you're slowly awakening from the stillness of winter, ready to embrace new growth when the time is right. Let the patience of the frog guide you in this moment of pause. From your frog pose, slowly bring your knees back together and gently sit back onto your heels for a moment, giving your hips a chance to realign and soften. And on your next inhale, reach your arms up toward the sky, lengthening your sides. And as you exhale, gently twist to your right, bring your left hand to your right knee or thigh and your right hand behind you on the mat, using it to support your twist. Keep your chest open and your gaze soft, looking over your right shoulder if it feels comfortable. Hold the twist for a few breaths, feeling the gentle release in your spine. And then inhale as you come back to center, lengthening your spine again. And now on your next exhale, twist to the left, bringing your right hand to your left knee or thigh and your left hand behind you, supporting the twist with your hand on the mat. Keep your heart open and your breath steady. Hold here, allowing each exhale to soften you deeper into the twist. When you're ready, inhale to return to center, sitting tall and grounded for a moment. And exhale as you allow your hands to descend gracefully. Now allow your knees to stay together as you spread your feet apart, making enough space for you to sit between your heels. If this feels uncomfortable for your knees or ankles, feel free to use a prop. You can place a folded blanket or bolster between your hips and the mat for extra cushioning. If needed, you can also keep your feet wider apart, creating more space between your thighs and calves. You can choose to sit here, keeping your spine tall and lengthened, grounding down through your hips and thighs, while maintaining an open chest and relaxed shoulders. Or you can place your bolster or roll blanket so it supports your spine from the base of your back to the top of your head. If you want the heart opening variation, slowly begin to lower your torso back onto the bolster or prop, allowing it to fully support you. Keep your knees and feet grounded on the mats, letting your legs rest comfortably. If the support feels too high or too low, feel free to add or remove props to adjust the height to suit you. In hero pose, feel the resilience within you, even as you rest. This is a time to honor your inner strength, to acknowledge that, like the hero you are in a process of becoming, you are in a cocoon preparing for your emergence, just as winter prepares the earth for spring. There's power in knowing when to rest, to give yourself permission to slow down, and to trust that this time will nourish you for future action. The hero doesn't rush. They take the time they need to prepare for what's to come. And so, in this moment, let your practice be a reminder that rest is a part of your journey and an essential source of your power. I invite you to reflect on what inner strength is being cultivated in your life right now. What quiet work are you doing beneath the surface? What patience, rest, and trust do you need to embrace in this season of winter? Right now, you're both the hero and the earth, the one who rests and prepares, and the one who supports. Allow yourself to soften into the wisdom of winter, knowing that like the hero, you too are gathering strength and resilience that will serve you when the world begins to awaken. Trust the quiet moments. They hold the power to transform and renew. Gently begin to push your torso back to an upright seated position. Remove your prop out of the way if you used any and come onto your hands and knees to bring your knees back together and slowly lower your hips toward the mat. Sit back onto your heels for a moment to realign your body. And just take a few breaths here, noticing the openness and release in your hips after the deep stretch. When you're ready, come onto your glutes and extend your legs straight out in front of you, keeping a soft bend in your knees if needed. You can sit up tall, gently lengthening your spine and pause for a moment to find your center before we move into seated forward fold. So with your next inhale, lengthen your spine, reaching the crown of your head toward the sky, creating space between each vertebra. And on your next exhale, begin to fold forward, hinging at your hips and bringing your torso toward your thighs. If it feels accessible, you can reach for your feet, ankles or shins. If your hamstrings are tight or you're feeling any discomfort in your lower back, feel free to place a prop such as a bolster or cushion under your thighs or knees to soften the fold and reduce any tension. When you have found your edge, allow your spine to round and head and neck to relax. Notice how the breath moves through your body, how with each inhale you can lengthen and create more space, and with each exhale you can soften and release. Allow the winter energy of reflection to guide you deeper into the stillness of this pose. 2 minutes here. Good. When you're ready, slowly lift your torso back up one vertebra at a time. And from here, gently lie back onto your mat. Move slowly and mindfully, and once you're lying down, extend your arms overhead and begin to walk your feet to the right side of your mat, creating a crescent shape with your body, almost like a banana. You can bend your knees slightly if needed to make the shape more accessible. Bring your arms over your head or reach them to the right side as well, gently stretching through your side body. The idea is to create length in your spine and open up the left side of your body. If this feels too intense, you can place a bolster or pillow underneath your hips for extra support. As you settle into this shape, let your neck relax and your face soften. To intensify the stretch a bit, you can cross your left foot on top of your right ankle. And with each breath, feel a sense of expansion as your body softens further into the shape. Let go of anything you've been holding on to, trusting that winter's energy of renewal will support you when it's time to emerge and grow. We'll stay here for 2 minutes. When you're ready to come out of the pose, gently walk your feet and arms back to center and slowly bring your body back to a neutral lying position. And from here, gently begin to walk your feet and hands over to the left to form a crescent moon shape with your body. Remember your option to prop yourself up here or to cross your right ankle over your left. Feel the lengthening along the right side of your body now as you settle into the shape, and let your breath flow naturally. As you rest in this shape, reflect on the balance between effort and ease. In winter, there is an invitation to soften into what is, to honor the natural rhythm of the season. Bananasana mirrors this, creating a gentle stretch and space while still holding on to a sense of ease and stillness. Imagine the crescent moon shape of your body as a reminder of cycles and transitions. Just as winter leads to spring, this moment of quiet growth is part of a greater journey. Let the stretch gently open your body to the quiet potential of this season. 1 more minute here. With each inhale, breathe into the stretch, feeling your side body expand. And with each exhale, release any lingering tension, allowing yourself to fully relax into this shape. When you're ready, slowly find your center again. Bring your arms back alongside your body, palms facing up. Take a moment to adjust your body as needed to find comfort here. Let your legs fall naturally apart. Your arms rest softly at your sides with palms facing upward, open and receptive. If you'd like, place a bolster under your knees. Cover yourself with a blanket or use an eye pillow to invite a sense of ease and stillness. As you settle into Shavasana, imagine your body melting into the earth, fully supported and completely at rest. This is your time to let go, to surrender to the magic of stillness. You can close your eyes if you haven't already and feel your breath as a gentle winter wind, soft and steady, weaving through your body and soul. Each inhale carries the crisp, fresh energy of winter, a chance to clear your inner space. And each exhale releases tension, thoughts, and anything that no longer serves you, melting them into the quiet surrounding you. Winter is a season of reflection and rest, a time to honor the pause. In this stillness, we turn inward, finding clarity and connection to the cycles of life. It's a reminder that nothing in nature rushes, yet everything unfolds perfectly. Allow yourself to rest in that knowing that you too are part of this rhythm. I invite you here to imagine that beneath the surface of your stillness, seeds of intention are quietly being planted, These seeds rest in the fertile ground of your being, waiting patiently for the warmth of spring to bring them to life. In this space, let yourself be like the trees of winter, unburdened, having shed what is no longer needed, their branches bare but strong. Or like the snow itself, which blankets the earth in a protective stillness, fostering renewal and growth, unseen but vital. This is the magic of winter, the quiet, unseen work that allows transformation to take root. In your stillness, trust that you are nourishing yourself deeply, preparing for what is to come, while cherishing the beauty of the pause. I'll leave you in silence for a little while, and I invite you to take this opportunity to honor the stillness and quietude of winter, to take this chance to fully empty the mind, to reduce the noise, and to listen to your heartbeat. When you feel ready to leave this sacred stillness, begin to deepen your breath. Imagine the first stirrings of spring awakening within you, subtle yet full of promise. Begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. Maybe roll your head from side to side, perhaps taking a stretch or a yawn. Just reawaken gently. Take the time you need and then press yourself up to a seated position. Allow your hands to gently press into your heart center. Feel the serenity and warmth of home within you. In this connection to your heart, may you find peace, love, and gratitude. Let's honor our practice with a final nourishing breath. Inhale and exhale. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me. May the wisdom of winter guide you in finding beauty in stillness and strength in rest. Take care, and I'll see you soon.